Hey everyone, and welcome to this gearbox assembly tutorial in SolidWorks, in which we will assemble all the parts that we have modeled in our previous tutorials in SolidWorks. So let's begin. So open a new assembly file, cross any window that appears automatically. Then select this button, insert component, and go into the directory where we have saved all the parts. So first you need to select the bottom housing and place it over here. Then again select the insert component, and this time I will insert the input shaft and click the open button. So you can place it over here. You can use this X and Y and Z axis. So I will use this Y axis to rotate it or properly orient it. Then you have to notice this bigger and smaller area of the gearbox. So we will assemble the shaft to the smaller area. So select the mate, and for the mate selection I will select the circular surface of the shaft and this circular surface of the bearing housing and check the box. Then select this face and this face for the mate selection and check the box. So the shaft is assembled over here. Again I will insert a new component, and this time I will insert the first stage shaft. Once again I will use the Y axis. So this is symmetric, so you can use any side. This is not going to be a problem. So I will select the mate selection. I will clear this window first. Circular surface of the shaft and circular surface of the housing. Then select this face of the shaft and this flat face of the housing, just like we have done with the input shaft. Again I will insert the component, and this time I will insert the output shaft, and very much similarly I will orient it properly and I will assemble just like I have done with the previous two shafts. I will orient it like this, and then for the mate selection I will select the mate and assemble it just like that. Okay, so after that I will again select the insert component, and this time I will select the 23T gear which we have modeled. So this is going to be our input gear, so I will use the y-axis rotation to properly orient it. I will keep selected the inside surface of the gear and then the outer surface of the input shaft. Then I will move it back just like that, and then I will select the mate, and in the mate selection I will select this flat surface of the gear and this side of the shaft, and then check the box. There is going to be one more mate, so if you zoom into this area, so select these two walls, any two walls, and check the box for the mate selection. So the input shaft with the input gear has been assembled. Now let's insert the component again, and this time I will insert this 6090 module with 2.5 module gear which we have modeled in our previous tutorial. I will use the y-axis to properly orient or properly position it. Then I will select the mate and select the circular surface of the shaft of output shaft and this surface, inner surface of the gear. And as you can see, we haven't properly specified the mate for the shaft, so I will select this surface of the shaft for the mate selection and assemble it with the housing. Now this is correct. Okay, once again I will select the mate, and for the mate selection I will select this face of the gear and this inner face of the shaft, and then check the box. So it is assembled with the collar. One more mate, again I will rotate it a little bit to find the keyway, and I will assemble it just like that. Okay, so two gears have been assembled properly. We are left with two more. So I will select the insert component again, and I will insert both of the gears. So this is going to be 69T gear and 34T module with 2.5, which we have modeled in our previous tutorial. So first insert one gear, and then there is going to be another one. So consider the smaller and the larger in between these two. So let's assemble the bigger one. So this is basically 69T with 2.0 module, not 2.5. Then I will select this face and then select this face for the mate selection and check the box, and then select the inner circular surface of that gear and the shaft. This is going to be assembled on the same shaft, and then these two faces for the mate selection, and then check the box. So these two gears have been assembled. The only thing required was this. Let me clear the mate selection, select these two walls, and then check the box for the coincident mate, and similarly to this as well, because the keyways should also be aligned as well. So these are assembled correctly. And now select this face and click on normal to. Then you need to move these gears so that they don't interfere. So let me change the transparency of the bottom housing by selecting the bottom housing and selecting the transparency button. Okay, after that, if they are not interfering, then rotate it just like that, then select the mate. Go into the mechanical mate, and here you need to select the gear mate. So in the this selection, first make sure that this is clear by right clicking and selecting the clear button. Then I will select the inner faces of first the bigger and then the smaller gear, and here I will specify the ratio. So this is going to be 69:23. Then I will check the box from here and the cross, and then I will cross the window. Then if I rotate this gear, then they will work together just like that. Okay, now it's time for this gear mate. So first I will make sure that they are not colliding with each other. Then I will adjust the orientation so that I can see the inner edges. Again I will go to the mechanical mates, go to the gear mate, make sure that this window is clear, select this inner face of the bigger gear and then inner face of the smaller gear, and then you can specify the ratio from here. So these are going to be the ratios as you can see it from here: 69:34. Then check the box. I will change the transparency later, but let me show you how they are going to work. Okay, after that I will right click on the bottom housing and change the transparency again. Then I will go to the toolbox, select here add in now if it is not already, then find here DIN, then go to the bearings, then go into the ball bearings and drag the radial contact ball bearing here. Okay, now it's time to specify the number. So select the size. You need to find 6004 from here and then simply check the box. Since we would require 6 bearings, but I will import only 4 because we can copy the bearings. You have to hold the control key and you need to just drag the component away. I will show you that again later. Select the inner face of the bearing, then select the mate and then select this outer shaft. Okay, let me drag it here first. Let me rotate this component. You can also use the rotate component command to properly orient it. Then select the inner face, keep it selected, then select the mate. As you can see, it already has appeared. Then select this outer face of the shaft. You can drag the bearing like this. Now let me assemble it with the inner wall. So select the mate, and you need to select the inner face of the wall of the bottom housing and this face of the bearing, so that this can be assembled. All the bearings will be assembled just like that. There will be two type of mate selection. Let me just place them correctly, and let me orient all of these correctly. So you can basically use a rotate component command just like that to properly orient it. Then you can select the mate. Let me cross this window. And for the mate selection, you need to select this inner face of the bearing and outer surface of the shaft and check the box. Then this wall and this side of the bearing. Now let me show you how you can copy a component. So you have to hold the control key, then select this bearing, and then right click and drag it away. So you can assemble it just like that. So then, since this is going to be the same mate, so I will fast forward the video a little bit so that you can see the mate selections for all the remaining bearings. So the bearings have been assembled. Now you can save this file first, although we have remaining tasks for this gearbox assembly. So first I will save it as gearbox assembly, and then let me open this bottom housing. If you want to change the appearance, so you have to go here in the appearance section. You need to remove the previous appearance, then go into the appearance from here. And if you want to change any color, for example, I will apply this red color, you have to apply this color, then you have to press Ctrl S button, and if you cross the window and come back to the assembly file, this is the updated color. Now let me insert the component again. So this time I will insert the top housing. So instead of assembly, I have to open the top housing as a part file, not an assembly file. Open it as a part file, and let me edit this extrude cut sketch. So you have to select here the circular pattern, select this midpoint for the first window, and select this circle for the last window. You need to change the number of circles to 6, and similarly I will repeat this command again, because we want 6 circle to be cut using the extruded cut, because we have to assemble the bolts here along with the bearing cover. So first window, midpoint, last window, entities to pattern, select this circle, change this to 6, and then check the box. You can save this file by go to file and press the save button, and here is the top housing. Now let me assemble this. I will first assemble the front two faces, then I will move it upward just like that. Then I will select this surface of the top housing and this surface of the bottom housing and assemble it just like that. Then from the sides. Okay. Now I will select the insert component again, and this time I will select these two bearing covers. So there are two bearing covers in which one has hole and one does not have any hole. So let me orient it properly. So our second bearing cover has a center hole for the shaft. So I will orient it properly. If you want to orient by using the rotate component command, you can use the rotate component command as well. Otherwise you can use the y-axis rotation. So let's assemble this. So I will select the outer surface of the shaft and any circular surface of the cover, then select this face of the top housing and this face of the cover, then assemble it just like that. There is going to be one problem So in my case it will appear in the last bearing cover, because I remember there is one dimensional deviation there. So I will explain you that later when that problem will occur. So I will copy this component by hold control key and then drag this component away using the mouse. You can rotate it by using the rotate component command. You can select the circular shaft and the circular surface of the bearing cover just like that and assemble it. Then select this outer wall of the bottom housing and this face of the cover, then assemble it. Then you need to rotate the bearing cover just like that so that you can assemble it using the holes as well. So select this surface and this surface and then check the box so they can get assembled, so we can apply the mountings or the bolts to properly assemble it. So I will fast forward the video a little bit so that we come to the point where it has error. So here you can see this surface has an error. If I try to assemble it, then it will not allow us to assemble it. It will give us the error. For the concentric mate, it is giving me the error. So let me fix that. Let me show you where exactly is the problem. Here, as you can see, this is not assembled properly. If you see the circular edges, so we need to basically select this surface and go to edit sketch, and here we need to adjust it. So in my case this is 128, so this has to be the same with the bottom one. So if I change it to 128 for the both or 129 for the both, then they will assemble properly. And for the both I mean the top housing and the bottom housing. So this sketch has to be the same, I mean the same distances and the same dimensions. Now if I try to assemble it, then it will allow me to assemble, as you can see it from here. So during the SolidWorks assembly and even during SolidWorks part file modeling, we see some errors. So we have to learn how to get rid of them, how to solve them. I am fast forwarding the video just because there are the same kind of mate selection that I have already explained earlier, and copying the component which I have already explained earlier. So the bearing covers have been assembled, and now let me change the transparency of the top cover so that we can see the inner components of the gearbox. After that, let's do the motion analysis, motion study. So first I will orient in incorrect position. Then I will enable the motion manager, go into the motion study, and then you need to select this button. You need to drag this first component to 10 second or 12 second, then select the motor. In this window I will select this input shaft because I want to assign the motor to the input shaft. Then here you need to specify the RPM. So in my case I will specify 15, or you can specify 25, it's up to you. After that I will press the calculate button, and as you can see they are rotating slowly. I will fast forward the video a little bit, then I will press the play button. And that complete our assembly of the multi-stage gearbox, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.